Now, I happened to have met him 4 or 5 years ago at a dinner in Washington, D.C., where we were both invited to tell some jokes about our respective parties. And I found him to be a nice guy. I think he's a nice person. I just don't think we can afford him any longer. I don't think the American people can afford to have Barack Obama as their president. Now, he points out he did not cause the recession, but he did make it worse. And he says, well, look, things are getting better, and I sure hope they're getting better. Gosh, I hope they're getting better. But that's not because of him. That's in spite of him. He has made this recession harder to come out of. And for people who say, well, why do you say that, Mitt? Well, you go through his so-called signature achievements and ask yourself, which are those that are causing employment to rise right now? Gosh, I hope it's rising. But what are the things that would encourage employment? How about a stimulus? Hey, that was 3.5 years ago. Remember that stimulus where he borrowed all that money, said he would hold unemployment below 8% with that stimulus? Hasn't been below 8% since. 38 straight months. If we're seeing any job increase now, and I sure hope we are, and a slow reduction of unemployment, I hope it's coming down, it's not because of the stimulus that was 3.5 years ago. It's in spite of that stimulus, and it's thanks to the entrepreneurship of the American individual. And then look at the other pieces of legislation. Does anyone really think Obamacare has encouraged businesses to hire people? Just the opposite. I go across the country, I get the chance to talk to small business people. The number one thing they mention time and time again is their fear of Obamacare. It's one reason why businesses have held back on hiring, that they're his labor policies. Does anyone think that stacking the National Labor Relations Board with labor stooges encourages businesses to go out and hire people? Just the opposite.